Bro, I've been like nailing the syncing on all of these videos. It has been amazing. Like I thought I was gonna like suck at this, but I'm getting better and better the more I do it. So let's just smack that down. Cause I haven't been doing the countdown for it. No, I'm being snapped right as I'm getting rid of course. I like this. Okay. I'll be right back. We're back. Alright, so you might be wondering if I stated that I'm recording with my phone, how in the hell do I have another phone in my hand? That's not the preface of this video. I think my thing is too low. I think that's why it's like looking weird. It should not be that low. I'm sorry for constantly grabbing this camera, but like I'm telling you right now, this is like the most inconsistent. Oh, I'm not even prepared either. Like that's the worst part. I'm not prepared. My camera is angled weird. There we go. That should be perfect. This is peak. Now, there is a point to me having a second phone. Why does it still look like my body's gone? I probably should have recorded this with the phone I have in my hand, but you know what? Smart thoughts come later. The video comes now. There we go. That's perfect. So on my phone here, this is an old phone that no longer works. It is out of service, technically. The phone number doesn't work. The phone works perfectly fine. Dude, you can see on my order alarms. 7:45 is fucking crazy. But I'm getting every notification in the book. Oh no. Oh god. Oh god. That's not the preface of this video though. I'm just watching so many notifications go off right now. On this phone right here that I'm holding, I'll be setting a timer for an hour. It is also mirrored. That is insane that that's mirrored. But you can see, look, it's mirrored. But yeah, I'm setting a timer for an hour, and I'm gonna just talk. I'm gonna talk for an hour about whatever I want to, and there's nothing you can do about it. Yep, this is my equivalent to 60 minutes. Yep, you're all here now. You're all here on this ride. I'm literally gonna be recording this until 11:51. But you know that's fine. Let's go into my bed. Wait, it's on Do Not Disturb. I just realized that. Oh god. I'll just leave it on the timer and I'll leave it on my bed next to the camera. So then if it does happen to go off, we'll be fine. So then I'll know. But anyway, welcome to 60 Minutes with Fuzz. This is basically going to be a thing I probably do like what? Once a week? So if I'm that consistent, I can really be consistent on my own channel. But I thought this would be a fun idea because I do have a lot of things that I want to talk about, but I can't just kind of do, you know? So I kind of want to start this video with something really weird that happened to me today. And this kind of brought me into this weird preface of things that happen in the world. Lying. It is a weird thing, but I mean, it's there. People will tell you things just to tell you things, and I am one of those people who do that sometimes. But there's like there's a line that you gotta kind of draw at a certain point where if somebody says something, I thought it was a ghost behind me. Somebody says something, but for some reason they say it, but it's for the wrong reason, or they're saying things, but there's no reason to really say it. Like, I kind of what I'm trying to say is lying for stupid reasons. Kind of just lying, and then there being no point in the end of doing it, if that makes any sense. So, let me start with this. I was at work today, and I was working in the kitchen. It was calm, but at the time of me doing this, it was a bit chaotic. I had about like 5 or so orders, and I was working on 2 different grilled cheeses. One was bacon, egg, and cheese. Another one was a buffalo chicken. I finished up a buffalo chicken one. There's this kid and his dad, like, right? They're sitting over there. There's this dude with headphones on in the back. The dad and the kid come up, are sitting there. And first, I have a cone out. I walk over. I'm like, yo, whose cone in the cup is this? This isn't a part of the story, but this aggravated the hell out of me. Is that when I call out somebody's order like 5 times, and everyone's like, no, it's not me. It's not me. And there's people that will that are just gone. Like they will order something, I'll see them, and the second their order is done, they're gone. They just vanish. Like, I'm like, bro, where is this lady? But this isn't really a part of the story, but just keep in mind this dad and this son for a second. So I finish up a bunch of the other orders. Grilled cheese comes out. Buffalo chicken. I take it out, put it together, put the sauce on, you get it good, wrap it up, put it in the bag, napkins, I hand it out. Yo, buffalo chicken grilled cheese. Now, note that there's usually order numbers. Usually people will call it order numbers. What I like to do instead of calling it order numbers, I call it the food. Because if I call it the food and it's like there's no like correlation or anything, it doesn't really matter if you call it the food or the number. I call it the food because it's a lot better than rules of thumb. Like if I go buffalo chicken grilled cheese or so and so, you'll hear the food that you got and you'll be like, oh, you're not gonna remember a number. You're gonna look at the number first. But if you hear your food, you're gonna be like, oh, that's meat. So I go over. I got the bag in my hand. Buffalo chicken grilled cheese. Guy in the back, headphones in, nothing. Kid in the dad, yep, that's us. And notice how I said buffalo chicken grilled cheese. Grab it, they walk out. And then here's where we get to the crazy part of the story. Just to be 100% sure that I got, like, this is the last dude, this is the last order. And the thing is literally coming out the oven as I'm saying this. Go up to the dude, yo, you had a bacon, egg, and cheese, grilled cheese. He says, no, I had a buffalo chicken grilled cheese. And I sit there and I'm like, what? He said, yeah, I had a buffalo chicken grilled cheese. And I'm like looking around. And the funniest thing too, those two never came back. To my knowledge. Like, I think I gave that out like 4. I left at 6. I didn't see them for the rest of the night. I was at a loss. So I go back and I'm like, I look distraught coming back. I was like, yo, what? And then one of my coworkers, I'm not going to say the name because that'd be doxing technically, but she was like, yo, you good? And I'm like, yeah, but like literally this dude and his son took this guy's grilled cheese. And the reason I'm saying it's a stupid reason to lie is because you heard me say it. You heard me like call out, this is your order, and you took it. And I think that they didn't come back. So either they don't know and they just took it, or they knew that that wasn't theirs and they took it anyway. But it boggles me that you would pay for something. I was at a loss. I was confused. I don't know how you get bacon, egg, and cheese and buffalo chicken grilled cheese mixed up, but they did. And I can't even really consider this in this section, but considering he didn't come back, I don't know if he's lying or not. I don't know if he came back. I don't know what happened, but he didn't return. But happy ending. He got both the buffalo chicken and the bacon, egg, and cheese one. You got that one for free. I slid that one in for because that was my mistake. I guess. I don't know. It was there. I didn't want it. I'm not a fan of sausage. It's disgusting. Oh, yeah. I should have mentioned. I think there was sausage. No, it was bacon, egg. Bacon, egg. Bacon, egg, cheese. All right. There you go. But, yeah. But I think the second one is a lot worse. This one's weirder. This is the only other part of the story I have for this one. But this isn't QT anymore. We're at Georgia. This is when I was leaving for my trip to Florida. And when I tell you, this is like a genuine, like, this was one of the most annoying things to ever, like, happen to me. I'm sitting inside of my cousin's house. Let me make sure. Is this still going? It is. Okay, cool. So I'm sitting in my cousin's house. I'm chilling. I got Kevin with me, and I'm looking up on Google because I'm still trying to get traveling with Kevin not locked down. And I got a good way of doing it now. But next time I'm bringing his tank because I feel like that's a better idea. It's not that big. I just had to find a bag that's big enough to put it in there and not be obstructive in the van. But that's not the point. So I'm sitting there and I'm being told you should like leave like a wet towel or something under Kevin just so he has that. I'm like, okay, cool. There is a water bottle on this banister. I'm sitting next to my brother, right? I'm like, yo, do you got water on you? He says, why? And I do the same thing, so I can't be upset about this part. I'm like, bro, do you got water or not? Just answer the question. And then he's like, why do you need it? And then I look over the water bottle. I'm like, dude, if you don't got the water, I could just take the water bottle over there. And then he's like, oh, yeah, that's mine. I'm like, yo, can I use it? And he's like, why? And I'm like, bro, I can literally just go up and get it right now. And then as I'm getting ready to get up and go get that water, you know what he says to me? That's not my water. Not my water. It's not his water. The water he claimed is what. So that seems like a weird thing to lie about. Like, why am I sitting here talking to him? He claims it's his water, and the second that I say I'm capable of getting up to go get the water, he says it's not his. Like, it's like he gaslit me for no reason. Because in the end, I just went to the sink. It was like a whole thing. I just asked if he had water on him. If he had water on him, cool. Let me borrow it. But he literally lied about having water. and saying that I was the water, but the second I went to go get it, all of a sudden it's not his. Like it's so weird, like dealing with that. Like it's just when you lie about stupid stuff, it gets annoying. It's like there was a whole like wasting of time going on there. It's like, bro, you could have just said no, I don't have water, and we would have moved on. But you had to ask me why you need the water. You had to say that was your water bottle. Then you had to proceed to tell me that it wasn't your water bottle, and that you never had water to begin with. You could have just started with it. But anyway, that's that section. Do you have any stories like that? Let me know. My Discord is down. My Discord name is down in there. And I will. Hey, listen. Let me just say this: if I have any story in here that you can relate to, I'll leave either my Discord and my Twitter down there. Go tweet at me some stories, and I will read probably the funniest ones at the beginning of a video. How about that? That sound cool? All right, we good now. So anyway, I think we should get on to another topic that is a bit weird to me, but I kind of want to talk about something else that kind of like inspired this format. As a kid, I wanted to be a comedian, and I want to get into careers here later because this is that will get into like a deeper part of my brain and everything else. But as a kid, I wanted to be a comedian. I remember back when Netflix started tossing on comedy shows on Netflix. I watched a lot of Kevin Hart, Trevor Noah. I tried to watch Adam Sandler, but I'm be honest, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. But like I aspired to be these funny people, and people say that I'm funny. I don't know how true that is. I am not gonna say you're doing a comedy routine. That just seems like a waste of my time right now. At least right now. If you guys do want to see that, I will dead ass spin up some jokes. But I feel like doing it in an empty room where there's no audience, it just feels whack. I can't tell who's laughing at the joke. I can't tell who's not until the video's posted. And then if like nobody says anything, then I'm kind of just like, well, I just made that entire video and I look like a clown now. I look like a bozo. I mean, that's just crazy. Like, that's a self-image thing. Once again, we'll get into that later because I do have a full hour. But, like, I aspired to be a comedian. I thought that was, like, the coolest thing ever. And people found me funny. Like, I remember, like, when I think it was around Christmas time. It was either Christmas, it was my brother's birthday, I think, last year. We were talking about colleges, and I was talking with them about it. They were like, oh yeah, like, you should, actually, this was like a letter thing. Police officer was like, dude, you should like go over and I don't know how I'm skipping around these stories. I feel like I should be like skipping the parts of a story, and people aren't understanding. Like, people are like, bro, you just skip from like, hold on, let me just start from here, okay? Let me back it up a little bit from like the start from here, okay? Around near the end of high school, I was in a bit of like a loop whether I should go to college or not. I'm not going. All right, we're gonna get that out of the way. I'm not going. Like, that's just not a thing I want to do. It's just not. I don't want to go back to school. That's just whack. Especially because I tell people all the time. I make fun of people who go to college. It is the funniest thing ever. I go over and I be like, bro, you telling me you went to college just to be you went back to school to be in debt? Like, that just seems like whack to me. And I remember like somebody like, I don't know if you guys know Coffee. Coffee's in my videos, but it was like the funniest thing ever. They were talking to me like, oh yeah, I'm in like 18,000 or something in debt, and I'm like, bro, you went back to school to be put in debt. That seems like a waste of time. They're like, no, because now that I went to college, I can get a better job and get out of that. Like, you could have avoided that by not going at all. You could have just said no, and then there's, But I get why people do it. There's some people that get scholarships or just buy it out later, but I feel like that's just such a waste of time. Like, I'm just like, no. That, and then you're going back to school. Like, you're going back to school, putting yourself in debt, and then like there's people who like do that and then don't even go for the thing that they're going for. And I'd be like, bro, you telling me you put yourself in debt just to not do it at that point? Like, I feel like if you go to college for it at that point, you should have just sent it. I mean, like, it would have been just like, you know what, whatever. Because you're already there, and you're already in debt. And I'm pretty sure the career you're going for is going to put you out of it. But if you don't go for it, then you're kind of just like, wasting money and time, especially the money part. Like, that's, like, then, you're going to be fighting for your life, half your life. But, that's me. But I remember I was in this Explorers program, and I know like a lot of police around like where I go to work and school and stuff. And one dude came to my job, and I was talking with him, and he was like, "You got any plans?" I was like, "Man, I really don't know what I want to do." I'm like, I'm trying to get into firefighting and stuff like that. And he was like, "Oh man, you should try to go like to Greenville Tech or something, just to go for like a year, just for something, just to go to college, so then you can like say you went, even if you don't go for the thing you're going for, you can at least go like, oh yeah, I went, I know such and such like that." A couple months pass. I'm talking with people about it. I'm like, yeah, no, this police officer dude said that I should just go just to go so I can have that experience. And then if I don't like what I'm doing, at least I have that year of experience now. And if I do like it, I could just keep doing it. And then I was talking with my cousin. He was like, yo, yeah, man, you could do for like architecture or stuff like that. I'm like, that's dope. And he was like, so what do you like? So what do you really want to do? I'm like, man, I kind of want to do YouTube, and that seems like a cool thing. And he was like, oh, well, what does that really require? I'm like, man, I don't know if y'all know marksman, but like he was like, either you have to be funny or good at games. And he's like, well, you even if you're not good at games, you are kind of funny. And I was like, well, you see that reassures me. At least I'm funny. At least I'm something. I dare one of you to go in the comments and say something stupid. I will find you. I know who everyone you are. And I'd be messed up for like one of my 8 subscribers on this channel to say something fucked up like that. Like I would cry. But that was just something I wanted to do. Hence why I have this format. And plus, even if I do this, sitting, it kills. And then I can like walk around. You see how big this wire is? I can like walk around, and I have this wide view. I could kind of just roam. And like, there's not really a thing where it's like, oh, he's out of the camera view, because I'm constantly in camera view. I can move up towards the camera, but I lose my head, so I gotta get like low when I get in the camera. Kind of like I'm at a concert, like. Baby. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I had to do that to all y'all, but like, I know you're like, yeah, y'all want a music video? Let me know down in the comment. I'm sorry. Like, I it's just unfortunate for y'all, but like, that is something crazy. But let me get back into this careers part though. And I talk about firefighting, and as I'm still here, I know I still work at Quick Trip. So let me like kind of talk through this, because I don't know if people understand like my mindset going into this. I kind of want to talk it out just to see how people think about it, and if people think it's stupid, then well, you're talking to a moron already. But I did a firefighting class for like about 3 years after going into ROTC, and I wasn't considering the military. The military is a thing that people will like gas up and stuff like that. I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool, but like, I'm just not interested. I went to like a boot camp for my before my freshman year of high school, and I hated it. I went to ROTC for a year. I liked it a little bit, but then I hated it. I was like, yeah, nah, it ain't for me, bro. Like, there is things that are like I don't know what it is, but mentally I just can't. Like, there's like this big brolic black dude screaming at me every day. I gotta wake up I think probably the worst part of it was though is like I went for 3 days, and I don't think you're allowed like a few things and stuff like that. But I think the worst part was that you had to wake up in the middle of the night, and at this point, I really don't care. And even if I do it now, I don't think I would care as much, because I am up till like 3 in the morning at most nights, and then if I'm going to sleep, it's because I told myself to, not because I want to. Is that you had to wake up in the middle of the night, and I think it's the worst part. Like you're just walking up and down a corridor, and you're doing night watch. I'm like, bro, who's gonna come in here and just like murder us, bro? Like, we're like, which sure people will be like, well, there's plenty of people, and I'm gonna tell you right now, that's why I'm staying in the safety of my home. But I don't think it's the part of like being awake. I think it's the part of being asleep and then having to wake back up, going back to sleep, and then waking up at like 7 in the morning. It's like, bro, you either want it at the start or at the end. You don't want it in the middle, because that's where you get rocked the hardest. Like, you're just sleeping, it's like, yo, bro, get up, time to walk. I'm like, bro, because it ruins your flow. You're kind of just like, bro, this is terrible. It's not the working out. It's not the actually. I won't even lie to you, bro. If it's hot outside, that's what I'm gonna say. But it isn't actually like the athletic parts that kills me. It's like dealing with like I said, a big brolic black guy screaming at me all day. I was like, bro, this is not it. And then like I understand marching part, cool, but like it's when like it's constant. I remember when I was there one day, like it was this random dude, and I don't know what he was on, but he had beef with every one of us, bro. And I don't know what I did, but I was kind of like, we were all standing outside waiting for like this gun range or something. And I'm kind of just staring forward, like I just kind of tunnel vision. And I saw this dude come by. I looked at him for like a second, and he immediately started pressing me, bro. And I was like, yo, Like imagine like I'm like 5'5", like 14, 15. I'm scared for my life. This big black dude comes at me. He's like, "Do I owe you money?" I'm like, what? I'm like, bro, it's like looking at me like this. He's like, I'm over here like, yo, no. And then he's like, dude, then stop staring at me, and he walks away. I'm like, and I think the worst part was that I think it was like the next day or so. The same dude, right? We're all eating like grueling stuff. I wonder if that was a joke, but like we were eating lunch or something. And like there's this girl, right? She's like, yo, all right, when this dude comes by, we're all gonna say good morning. And I'm like, all right, cool, cool, cool. Like we're like 3, 2, 1 comes by. We go, good afternoon, sir. And he goes, shut up. And I'm like, bro. Like I don't know what his beef was with us, bro, but he hated us with every fiber in his being. I don't know what his problem was. I don't know what the situation was, but he hated us for some unknown reason. And it wasn't like a race thing or anything like that. No, cause he started with me, bro. And let me know right now. If I find him in real life, I'm gonna die. He's gonna kill me. He's in the military too. I mean, I don't know him. I don't think I'll ever see him again. So we're fine. We're fine. But it's just weird. Like people will come in and like hype out the military, and I'm like, oh, that's cool and all, but like, it just ain't for me. Cause like if I get past the beginning part, sure, but like, then I'm like just there and all that. You're just kind of there, fighting for the United States. That's cool and all, but like, not for me. Especially because I could just get bodied any day of the week. I that's how you get PTSD and stuff. I'm not saying that the military is a terrible branch or anything, a terrible career. I'm just saying it's just not for me. If you're in the military, let me know some of your experiences with, I guess, beef with different random big brolic black dudes in your community. They don't have to be big brolic and black. I just think that it's funny that the one dude that everyone that kept pressing me was black. It was the scariest thing ever. Why are you all bullying a midget? It's insane. But yeah, but back to the normal part of this story. I did 3 years of a firefighting class, and it was really cool class. I like the teacher, I like the people, and it was cool and all. But there was like a certain point, right? Because around I think my sophomore year, I got a job. Like I said, at Quick Trip, and I've been working there for about 2 years now, which doesn't add up considering my sophomore year. Shut up. But actually, I'm moving on my third year this year, so I mean, it kind of does. Um, this is relevant to the story because later on it's gonna make sense. But I went for firefighting for 3 years, and I was like, this is dope. This is cool. This is amazing. And right near the end, yeah, I remember back like I don't know if many of you new people will know, but back like I think a year or so ago, I think April to November, I uploaded every single day. No matter what the quality was, no matter what the video was, I uploaded every day. And ever since that point, that is the point where I was like, I want to do this. Ever since I was let me push back a little bit on this though. But ever since I was a kid, I wanted to do YouTube. It was a consistent goal for me. Since the day I was born till today, it is the one career that I said, I want to do this. That I have like, I remember back as a kid, I said I wanted to be the president of the United States. With the things that I say and the things that it's not happening. But just like, I remember back like a long time ago, I think when I was like 8, 7, 10, I used to like sit down and play video games in my off time. And I would sit there and talk to myself for like hours. It was the funniest stuff ever, but it was because I was like, man, I'm practicing for YouTube. This is gonna be so cool. Like, I'm gonna know. And probably I'm such a professional at speaking. Yeah, that's definitely not the reason, but I used to sit down. I used to just play Roblox, Dead Island, Dead Rising. I used to play demos of games and talk to myself, and just kind of move smoothly on through that. I was kind of like, this is what I want to do. This is fun. I have fun with this. And then I know Markiplier was probably my biggest inspiration. I think he was like the first. He wasn't the first dude I watched. I'm pretty sure that was like Toby Gans or something. I could not tell you, but I do remember watching Markiplier play FNAF on like my big old TV, and it being the funniest thing I've ever watched in my life. I think I pretty much binge watched that entire series as it came out. That is how old, that is how ancient I am. But around when I got a PS4, I played on my PS4 for like a few like months until I realized I could stream. If you were like OG, I had two different accounts for YouTube. The one that I used to have, where I literally, I'm not joking, I used to up like not upload, stream like every 2 seconds. I did not care if I was playing a game, I was streaming. If I wasn't doing anything, I was streaming. And on this channel, if like, I'm pretty sure I deleted a huge portion of my VODs, so then you guys can just see videos. I don't know if it's like, I'm pretty sure they changed the format, so you can't even like see the VODs with the new videos. But if you look at my videos, usually they're uncut, just mobile games, VODs. Like even like when I was like 16, I used to still stream Fortnite. I found out about Share Factory. That was when I edited my first video on. I was like, bro, this is light work. This is easy. But if you must know, my first ever video, no one will know this because I'm pretty sure nobody knows about my first ever channel that is now gone with the wind. So sad. Was Agario, but I was speaking in Terrorizer's Arnold Schwarzenegger voice, and I don't know why, but I'm pretty sure if that video was on my channel still, I'd find that to be the funniest thing ever. But I remember doing that, and I was like, man, this is fun. This is something I want to do. I remember I used to upload Pixel Gun. I remember I played an entire furry visual novel, which is Major Minor. I don't know if you guys have seen that part 1, 2, and 3. I do want to keep posting that, but I have to figure out a way around it. You'll get it. You'll get it. Don't worry. But like, I was like, yo, this is fun. I'm having fun with this. I used to stream every day. I figured out how to edit with Share Factory, and then I started looking for video software. I pirated Adobe editor, which many of you might know because people were talking like mad shit to me when I said I edit with my phone still. People hate me because I'm just better. But I'm pretty sure if I do figure out how to edit on my computer, life would be easier, but I like doing things the hard way, if you can't tell. So there was that. I figured out how to edit. I started posting a bunch of montages, and then I got into actual gameplay, which I don't remember what my first playthrough was. 'Cause I'm pretty sure when I did playthroughs, I just streamed them. But I think my first series I ever started had to be Furries in Fortnite, because around when I started actually uploading was when COVID hit. And actually, I think my first ever series actually that isn't edited would be The Evil Within. If I'm like fully like true, because I think that is actually the case if you go look at my VODs. First series edited though, I don't remember. I don't think I started doing those until I got a USB drive. Which now that I'm thinking, I'm not actually sure. So I probably will fact check it later, put it in editing, put it right there, what the first series was. And I think around when I actually got seriously into doing playthroughs was around when I got a PS5. Actually, I got a PS5. I bought a bunch of games. I played The Last of Us Part 2. That was fun. You can go watch that Scuff series where I was using controller mic and stuff like that, and it was god awful, but it was amazing. And I may remaster that. They put it on PC soon, so that'll be fun. But there was just a lot of stuff going on there. But back to the main topic though. With firefighting, quick trip, and then YouTubing me on the thing, my main goal is YouTubing. Whenever I get to be able to do what I want to do here, which is why I'm streaming more on Twitch. Follow me, twitch.tv/fuzzbun69. When I can get money on Twitch, that's pretty much the end goal. I'm either going to do that or Kick, but I'd rather probably do this because I already have a fan base on here, and I doubt people are going to move the Kick because I moved the Kick. Unless Twitch dies. Twitch dies, then I'll make a Kick account, which I have one, but I don't stream on there. So I'm not going to self-promote it. But I'm kind of working towards getting my Twitch ready, because if I get my Twitch ready, then I'll start posting things like stream highlights on my YouTube channel and on my TikTok and stuff like that. But my main goal is I have to get YouTube first. But here's my big dilemma, I guess I could say. I work at Quick Trip, and I've been working there for about 2.5 years, probably more. And firefighting is this thing that I can actually do. I have certificates. I have a bunch of stuff. I have people that would vouch for me if I do go apply for a place. However, I have the one problem of I didn't get my driver's license, and I'm still going to get it. I'm gonna do my second drive this month and then next month, so then I could get that out of the way. Once I get that done, I'm pretty sure that's just like it for me. Cause you know what, regardless if I'm doing firefighting or not, I'm gonna get my license. I feel like that's essential. I don't want to be the 40-year-old man who can't drive. That'd be fucked up. But, um, but it's kind of this thing where I'm like, if I go into firefighting, let's say hypothetically, I get my license, I go into firefighting. Whenever I hit either partner on Twitch, partner on YouTube, one of the two, and I start making enough money to live comfortably, I'm literally gonna quit on the spot. Like that's kind of my thing. I just know that I'm gonna be like, you know what, I'm out of here. 2 weeks, I'm gone. I don't know how long that would take. I'm hoping it isn't like, but like the same thing with Quick Trip. Like let's say I go Quick Trip, I think I think I'll be more comfortable quitting Quick Trip versus straight up firefighting. Because if I say I'm just not going into firefighting, I'm gonna go full time Quick Trip, and then what's the red with that? We're good. Because if I full time Quick Trip, I'm actually making the money I would make if I'm going into firefighting versus working part time my entire life. You know, it's kind of like balances itself out, I suppose. Because I'm actually good at the job. I've been working there for 2 years now. I know what I'm doing, and if I go full time, I kind of have the experience, and I actually like the people I'm working with. I have this one manager dude. His name is Corey. He literally, like, I'm not even joking. When I told him I was gonna be out of town for the week, he said, "All right, I'm not coming in for that week," and I was like, "Bro, that is hilarious. that is the funniest thing ever." And I actually like know people that work there. Like people that work there like are so chill. Like they're just amazing people. Like I actually enjoy. Like there's certain people that like I come into work and I see them. I'm like, yeah, you know, this shit's gonna be okay. I can tolerate this person, but I don't talk a lot, which is my main like issue. I don't speak to people, but people like me either way because I'm not like annoying or anything. I do my job. I'm there. I'm present. Like if you tell me to do something, I'll get it done like right and everything. So people aren't like, oh, I hate this kid, but like people will be like, oh yeah, he's hard work, he does it, but he just doesn't talk a lot. Like that's like that is like the one main thing people will point out about me. Like remember this one girl that I've never like spoken to before came up to me, like I'm in the kitchen mind my business, she's asking me questions, and then like I think pretty much like the second thing she asked me was, you don't talk a lot, do you? And I was like, no, like I just don't do it a lot. But like I said, Corey's the dude that was like just like constantly asking me questions. He's still trying to see how he can make 1 meal in 6 months. And I was like, and I keep like thinking of different things. I kind of want to do a video on that with friends and stuff. I want to kind of see what like mentally insane ideas people will come up with for that. But yeah, I'm kind of like in this spot to where like I'm comfortable with my job. I'm fine with it. It doesn't necessarily hinder me from, I guess, doing this. Most of the stuff that I do, I literally could just schedule around it. Firefighting is technically the same thing, but like I feel like if I were to go into firefighting, right? Imagine being like a manager, like a chief or something at a fire station. You see a guy come in, he works for like 2 years and then leave. Like, how would you how would you react to that? I don't know, but I feel like if I were like Quick Trip, I worked for that for like 5 years, then I'd be like, yo, I'm gone. I found a better job. Like, I feel like if a fire chief was told that YouTubing was a better job than firefighting, he would smack me in the face. Like, that just seems like a strange thing to say to somebody. But I feel like the only reason YouTubing is such a comfortable thing to me is because I've been doing it longer than anything I've been doing in my life. I've been doing it longer than school, probably. And I think that's just like the craziest thing ever. Like, I literally own a capture card. I'm recording this on a laptop with a microphone that doesn't even like go in a hand. It goes in a mic stand. Like I'm literally MacGyvering different things to make this entire process easier for myself. Like, isn't that just crazy to me how far I will go to make something look good for YouTubing, by the way, something that I'm passionate about. Like, it's crazy. But not to say I'm not passionate about firefighting. It's just that I don't want to get into something but not want to do it. I don't want to like. I'm not gonna say that. It's not that I don't want to do firefighting. That's not the thing. It's just that I don't want to get into something like that and then just be like, all right, I'm out to go record YouTube videos. I'm gone. I'm out of here. Gonna go play some Call of Duty with the boys and then post it on YouTube and then make $10,000. I think that should be like I'm pretty sure that's not amount you make, but that'd be pretty cool. That's kind of what I want to do. If you really have been contemplating it and you just like a lot of the thing about like this, I've been sitting down thinking about this. Like I kind of want to talk about it. It's just the process of YouTube being this thing. It's like if you really like sit down, right? Let's say you own a console. There's clipping software on it, right? All you really need, and this goes to anybody. You have a PlayStation only though. I don't know about Xbox or anything like that. I don't record on Xbox. I have never recorded on an Xbox a day in my life. But if you got a PlayStation, any PlayStation 4 or 5, go out. Let me go find it. If I have it, I will show you guys real quick because I feel like this is something that everybody should know about. The one I'm about to show you isn't the one I got that I use. I don't think I have it available to me right now at this very second, but if I did, I would show you guys. But man, you see how this like better this channel is than my first one. I have one of these. Buy yourself a USB. I have a SanDisk one, and then if you got an Android phone or something like that, just buy like an adapter that looks like this. It comes like USB side. You go like that. Literally plug it into your console. Put out the videos. Download an app. And just post it. Or you don't even have to do that. Just post the clips individually on TikTok or something like that. It's that easy. However, if you're me, who has a significantly more complex process who fully edits videos, let me just say it like this. There are people that sit down for about like 3 days or weeks editing a singular video. And those videos come out looking significantly better than mine. However, I spend like, depending on the video, because I make 2 different types of videos. Actually, I'm going to say 3 now, considering I'm good to go into. Not this, but something else. Because these videos are easy to make. Literally, I just got to sync it and then just put whatever I need to put in there. Because I'm not going to cut it at all. I'm not going to cut any of this. You get to watch full here. This is uncut completely. But let me say, like I'm doing like my Call of Duty videos. Let's say I do that. First, I have to mentally prepare myself to get on the game and play for about like a few hours. Maybe get some friends on. That will probably extend it for a little bit. But then first, I had to think of the idea. So let me go back to like the snore video. I'm sitting down like in the middle of the night. I'm watching old slave videos. I see him using the snore. I go over, okay, I don't think I've ever seen him use this gun in a video. I want to use it. I go over to tag V. I make the gun. I gold it, screenshot it. That is step 1. That I have an idea. I have a goal I'm going to work towards. My idea is I'm going to go for clips, and then I want to go for games. I sit down for multiple days, multiple hours, playing and clipping, and then at the end of the day, I will go over and I will cut and meticulously put different, and let's say hypothetically, right, like let's say I have clips from one thing I was doing, like the snare video, or something random that I decided just to put on. For example, picture in my snare video, I have a random one-off shotgun video in there. I will meticulously cut and put different things in different, like I have a clips and then a games folder. I'll put it in 2 different things over the course of these few weeks. And then whenever I'm like, all right, this is enough, I'll go over. I will then port them to my phone. I go over. I then find out which one I would use for intro clip, which would be a good one for an intro clip. Take that, put that in the beginning, put my logo all over it. I then put the gun build in it, and I talk over it and be like, this is what blah, blah, blah is, blah, blah, blah. I go over, I then put all the clips into one big thing, just a bunch of clips, not even the games. You don't want to put the games in the clips because that just ruins everything. You go over, do that, boom, outro clip, bonus clips in the end, boom, boom, just the games. That is probably, for me right now, the easiest part of this entire process. But I won't even get into the video that had Slade in it, because I tell you that took me about a good like hour or 2 to do. It actually took me like 2 days because I had to both record like his entire stream and screenshot different clips from chat and all that before I was able to do it. I also then had to get permission from Slade going, hey man, can I use this? He didn't know what I was talking about. I don't think I'll ever see it again, but if we do, I'll let you know. And go over and do that. But then after all that, I render it and I go to post it. But then I forgot the most important part, and probably the most difficult for me now, the thumbnail. Drawing stick figures isn't hard. not necessarily anymore, but however, the app I am using has input delay, which is some of the most annoying shit ever. And let me tell you, you know how many times I pressed and went for a line and I did it so fast that it didn't register that I did it, and I'm just sitting there like, who makes art on this app? And then I decide, you know what? All right, I get the stick figures down. I have an idea in my head. Like for example, the NoobTube video where I went over, I was like, I'm sitting like do like random parts of my day. I'm like, how do I want to do this? How do I want to do this? I was like, I got it. I'll be holding the NoobTube. It will have lines going to a dude's head, and then it will like just either shoot out or. First, I was thinking because of a corpse launch I got in the video where I hit a guy and sent him flying. I was like, maybe I can send a guy flying or something like that. And I was like, well, that would actually be really weird to do. And I was like, you know, I'll do it to where I hit him in the head. It bounces off him, dead in the head. Boom. Idea. Then I have to proceed to draw it. But drawing it isn't hard. I can draw my character. I could draw the lines. I could draw the dude getting a dent in his head. That's fine. It's photoshopping the gun into the thumbnail. When I tell you, Adobe thinks of themselves so highly for having a Photoshop app and having to pay $80 a year to use it, or a month, whatever it is, when the Smart Select is the most idiotic thing I have ever seen in my life. I will literally be cropping out the background for it, and it will keep going into the gun that is a whole nother color from the background. How? God knows how. But there's parts where I understand where it's like a small little clipping. Sure, you won't see that. But it's when you take the entire handle of the gun, the entire magazine, the suppressor, and I'm like, dude, I'm not even tapping on that. I'm tapping around it. But anyway, after sitting there for about like 2 to 3 hours getting that done, I put it in there, I get a new tube, and then I'm done. Then I have to think of the meticulous title of Snarl did that, but I started putting titles on the folder, so, it makes it easier for me. But yeah, that entire process is how I do YouTubing. But let's get into playthroughs. When I tell you how I'm doing playthroughs now is difficult a little bit, I want to know. But people do playthroughs differently from how I do it. Some people sit there and watch through their entire 3-hour-long gameplay, and I'd be like, because as I'm playing a game, I kind of know what I want to cut out and what I don't want to cut out. I know what people want to see. Because if I don't want to see it, I don't think anyone else wants to see it. And I'm the one who recorded the video. But I would just sit down one random day that I'm bored. I'll be like, you know what? I'm going to sit down, play this game, record it. Get out the way. For example, let's say I'm awake. I sit down for about an hour or two. And let me just say this. These are difficult, especially when you don't live alone. Because you will literally have people coming in and out of your room and distracting you from your video, which then you don't know when randomly it'll happen. So that's why people kind of got to watch throughout the video. That's why you kind of got to make sure you know when it happens. Look at my video, I only get like interrupted at a singular time. Is this still on? Are you still on? Okay, we are. But yeah, no, I'm like recording it. I'm like, okay, yeah, this is good. I then proceeded to have the issue of I didn't have enough storage space on my phone. Could I ever render this if I could edit on my computer? I'm going to tell you right now, shut up. It doesn't matter. It's okay. The video got out. But I'll explain that process later. But first, I had to get the gameplay on the video. Easiest part of all time. It was when it took me up to 3 days because I kept doing stupid stuff to get my face cam in picture-in-picture. When I tell you, there were like 3 different times where I accidentally closed the app and then it proceeded to reset the rendering for that. I was pissed. But it's not the end of the world. I got it done. Put it on there. Boom. Next day, I sat down and I edited it. I edited it up. I got the audio synced and everything else. But just mind you, I had to spend about a good hour or so, like, cutting out my face cam's, like, audio. Because for some reason, I forgot to mute my mic on the recording. So there's that. I go over. I'm like, all right. Now I got all that done. I then proceed to edit in certain parts of the video, put in memes, close up a face cam, zoom out a face cam, all kinds of stuff. Turning down my mic, turning down the game, turning up my mic, turning up the game, something of the sort in case of certain parts of that. Cutting out random filler pieces of content, cutting out loading screens and stuff like that. So then you can watch the video like you're watching an entire movie or something of the sort. It makes it easier for the person to watch. I edit to where like you will be able to watch it and still have a good time, which you may think is easy. If you do it the way I do it, you'll get it done before the end of the day. But however, if you procrastinate like me, you'll get it done in a week. But let's move on to the issue of me not being able to get it done on time. But then as soon as I left home and I deleted the footage already off my phone, remembering that there is an easier way, a so much easier way to edit the video and get it out. You ready to hear it? You ready to hear it? What time is it? It's 34. You ready to hear it? You edit the entire video, right? And VLO does this funny thing where you can literally make a copy of the project in less time than the project itself. But let's not get carried away. You can make a copy of the project. You take the OG, you cut it in half. Take the copy, cut it in half. Take the first part, delete it. Take the second part, delete it. You render out the first part of the video, render out the second part of the video, delete the recording, delete whatever you have to, and then put them together, render them out, post it. And I thought of that the second I got in a car to leave to Georgia. You don't know how pissed I was. I'm sitting here, I'm like, I was like, damn. So yeah, that was terrible. That was a terrible experience for me. But yeah, that happened. But that's practically YouTubing for you. It's difficult depending on how you want to do it, but it's easy if you want to get a video out and you're not overcomplicating it too much. You really don't do that. Never overcomplicate a video. Just make it simple for yourself. Doing a playthrough, cut out filler, post it. You're doing a clip show, just only put in the good stuff. No one wants to see you lurking around corners. And let me just say this, okay, because there is a bit of a controversial topic going on right now. And it's about me playing Modern Warfare 2. And me complaining about camping. Me complaining about all this. Let me just say this. People come to me, and especially it's Reich. Reich strikes a nerve in me because he loves the hell out of Modern Warfare 2. And I sit there, I'm like, dude, this game is terrible. It is the worst thing I've played in my life. I remember he had a clip on TikTok where he's playing gunfight, right? And beginning of the match, he just starts jumping. They just keep jumping. And then the enemy team goes over, they start jumping too. It's just peaceful. And I'm like, bro, this is staged. This is staged. This isn't real. People don't like having fun in the game. And we're playing a Fortnite match, right? We're just talking about it. And he's like, well, man, every time I watch your video, you're running around and you're sweating and stuff. And I'm like, I see you. I know you're watching this video. I'm calling you out, buddy. But let me just say this, okay? Let me just put this in perspective, okay? Let me ask you guys a question. Would you rather watch somebody who is crouch walking around corners with the best gun in the game, or any gun actually, it was just crouch walking around corners waiting for people? Or would you rather watch somebody use the most atrocious gun ever, running around the map, looking like a demon, just killing people? Come on, just tell me. Only reason I play the way I do is for content, and plus it's boring as hell to play it like a siege. Just sit. Fuck it. Let me just show. Like, who wants to watch somebody do this for like an hour? Is he coming? Is he coming? I got the claymore set up behind me, so he can't flank. They'll never take me out here. I got the attack 56 ready on the ready. Ooh. Yeah, they ain't gonna get. I really hope nobody is outside my door. I sound like a fucking freak, but yeah, that's why I play the way I do. That's why I got into the playstyle I did. I love the hell out of Cold War. I literally can run around the game, play like a moron, and win. It's amazing. It's fun. So yes, no, I don't run around and sweat for fun. I run around and sweat because it's entertaining for people, and it looks cool as hell when you do it too. So yeah, that's the insight behind that, right? So if you ever ask me again why I don't crouch walk around corners and why I bully you for your play styles, because people don't find it entertaining. For me, hence why I don't play Siege. I want to play Siege more, but I feel like it's not a rusher's game. However, there is a character that does have rushing, which you may get a video on that soon. Just keep your eyes out. You guys know it's coming. I'm pretty sure because I'm not editing this, all this stuff that I'm doing, all the gesturing and stuff is going to look weird. But, there is that. Anyway, on my timer, let's say I have 13 minutes left. What can I talk about for 13 minutes that will get me off of here? Actually, in these 13 minutes, I want to talk about a controversial topic that will piss everybody off. And I already know 90% of Fortnite fans, they love my videos and stuff, but I'm getting ready to make you hate the hell out of me. Are you ready? Fortnite's cosmetics are ass. I'm here to say it. I'm here to speak the truth. I am the dude who rocks the same skin every day. I had someone give me a bill yesterday, and I'm gonna run the bill. This is such a cool ass looking skin. But I got in the running Dutch. I have not bought a skin in the item shop. I think since dude, I really can't remember. I don't even know what the skin was. I'll probably have to go look, but I really cannot recall when I bought a skin. But I like there's people, right, that will go. Let me just start with this. There was a person that I talked to before, right? Because I'm the guy who's like, man, I don't like furry skins in Fortnite. They're all not that good. It's not, I'm not going to go waste my money to buy a skin. However, I am going to go buy Wendell if he does come out, one of the two. Because there's a video thing maybe that is coming from Reich that I will probably steal from him first if I get there. But if he does do that video, right? You might not be watching this, but if you do that video, I will patiently wait for you to post it first, and then I'll go post my POV of that, and then we can both get the cover. If you don't know what I'm looking at right now, I have eye contact looking disorder, and there's a bunch of pretzels on my floor. I don't know how they got there, and I keep looking over at them. In my head, I'm like, how did they get on the floor? ADHD moment. Anyway, I'm like, I was just like, dude, and then there was talking about Frost Phoenix, right? People were upset because it was supposed to be for Reboot Rally, then Item Shop, and then Fortnite Crew. But instead of being like, oh, by Fortnite Crew, he comes out. No, people are like, you have to have the Fortnite Crew for 5 months. $12 a month. 12 times 5. $60. Jesus Christ, my brain just stopped working. But $50 to get a Fennec skin. And I remember sitting in a VC with this guy, and I'm not going to say who it is. They know who they are. And if you are the person that was in the VC with me that heard him say this, it disturbed me. He said that Frost Phoenix is better because he has toe beans. And I'm like, dude, there's no way you're judging a skin based on its feet. That is disgusting. That is weird. And there's genuine people who do that. I remember there is a picture. Do you guys know, like, when people are gliding down, they go down like this, and you see their feet in the camera because it's third person? People will post pictures of like people like Polar Patroller, Wendell, and it will just like screenshot their feet. I'm like, bro, what is going on here? That was off topic, but like I don't understand the preface of being a furry and buying skins in Fortnite that are furry based. Do I buy bunny skins in games? Yes, but you wanna know why? Because there's only ever one. Really think about it. There is only ever one bunny skin in the game, and it's only because they're holiday exclusive. Modern Warfare 2, there was only one bunny skin that has ever come out, and I think that was ever come out because the game is dead now. In Cold War, there was only one bunny skin. Did I buy it? No, because I'm gonna be honest, the character that had the skin was in the faction of Wraith, and if you guys know me, it wasn't happening. It wasn't happening. No. In Fortnite, my skin was Bunny Brother, dead ass. If you guys want to know, I'm pretty sure I've said this like 30 times. The reason my name is Fuzzy Bunny on PlayStation is because when I made that account, my first intention was to get on Fortnite and buy Bunny Brother. That is the whole reason why. So if you are curious or needed to wonder what, that is the entire reason. So there now you have that knowledge. Do what you please with it. But I just never saw the idea of getting on a game and being a furry and be like, I'm gonna buy every furry skin. Like that just seems like the easiest way to go in debt. And there are people that literally wait for like furry leaks for skins and are like, oh, I can't wait for this one to come out. I'm gonna buy all of them. I'm like, dude, there is no physical way that you're just like doing that. Like that's just not healthy. Like I buy emotes now, and it's like, bro, the skins gotta stop, especially because they be like $20 too. Like they can sell like a dog. They can sell like a straight up dog, like not even like you use like I was gonna say naked, but I'm like not like NSFW naked, but like fur down here or something like that. And Epic Games would be rich. It is insane. I'd be like it could be the most mid skin ever. Like there's another delusional person that comes into the server that talks to me and be like, yo, this skin, you know the furry skin that's like a kitsune that has like a head that literally looks like bigger than it should be. They say that's the best furry skin in the game, and I'm telling you right now, if I hear that again, I'm going to smack him in the face because that skin is terrible. Like there's furry skins that like I don't like them, but that skin is awful. Like there's times where I sit there, I'm like, there's no physical way that this was made for a furry audience. This skin looks terrible, and I understand buying it just to have it, sure, but buying it and then running it and then liking it, I'm like, I'm gonna give me a sippy sip. Bro, I've been pinged 3 times, bro. I'm being hit up. Oh my god. But yeah. Yeah, I probably should have brought my water over here, but yeah, anyway, it is getting close to the time, and I'm like half asleep, so I am gonna end early here for the first episode ever. If you all did enjoy and you would like to see more of 5522 with Sam, let me know down in the comments or with a like, and I will talk to you later. Peace out.